All right, so this video was sent to me. Detroit rapper Dank DeMoss denied Lyft ride due to her size. Let's get right into it.
Tonight on The Edge, a Detroit rapper is going viral for something other than her music.
Fans know her as Dank DeMoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size. And Fox News' Jessica Dupnack is live in Detroit with this story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit. Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that, you know.
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
All right, so this is definitely a crazy case and kind of controversial. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would have went to the news and became some big victim because a Lyft driver didn't want me in their car because they thought that I was too big. You know, the young lady here, she basically has obviously had this issue before because she already saw it coming. And wow, I mean, what would you do in this situation? You know, how would you handle this? I'm curious to know. But in my case, if I'm a Lyft driver and I'm driving cars can handle a lot of weight. All right. I don't know how big she is, but, you know, cars can handle about. Now, if he's saying she can't fit in there or he just didn't want to deal with it, I don't know. But I wonder how much she actually weighs for him to say that, you know, but this is a crazy story.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber.
I do think that she should have ordered the Uber XL, just like if she knows that she's had this problem before, that she should just to avoid any embarrassment. But this whole professional victim thing, I'm not a big fan of it. You know, like I'm going to go to the news and make a big deal about it because, you know, he didn't want me in his car. Look, I've denied. I think I did Uber Lyft for 1 or 2 weeks and I realized there wasn't any money in it. And I've dealt with people throwing up in my car. I've dealt with drunk people, you know, just being crazy in your back. I was like, yo, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. I like talking to new people and hearing different stories. It was really an enjoyable experience. I just thought that the wear and tear on the car versus how much money I was making in the city that I live in, just the math wasn't adding up for that one. But this isn't one I don't like this whole professional victim mindset type of thing, you know, but let's see where this goes.
Wait.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. I get the money and flip it and make some food. Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver.
She found a slimy lawyer to represent her for this case.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims.
I don't think that's the same thing, you know. Do Lyft drivers have the right to refuse service? You know, if you've ever driven Lyft or Uber, let me know in the comments section. That's not one. I mean, I will deny you if I don't care. You know, if you're being too crazy or disrespectful or something like that, then yeah, this is my car and I don't make enough to deal with it. But in her case, this is a tough subject. Do I think he would have done any damage to her? She would have done any damage to his car? No, I don't think she would have. But again, I'm not there. I don't know. You guys let me know.
Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit
Full-figured.
in this car.
No, believe me, it's him.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see like what we go through as bigger people,
What we go through as bigger people. Look, I'm going to say it and people are thinking it. What she probably should have been walking. Okay. Wherever you're going, you need to walk. All right. Really, most of us don't get enough steps in. I beat myself up a little bit, but I try to get my 5 miles in and get out and walk, so the last thing I'm going to do, being as big as she is get on the news complaining about full-figured people as though it's some kind of movement. Okay. I'm not being mean or trying to shame the young woman, but this victim mentality is not. I just wish that people on the news would call it like it is, but they have to be impartial to it. But yeah, this is a crazy story.
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Detroit's West Side. All right. Now, if you're on the airplane and she's big, does she have to buy 2 or 3 seats? Is that how it works when you're on the airport? But on a Lyft driver, you don't have that privilege to do that,
Because these Lyft drivers, their own personal rides, they turn people away, but they have some discretion, you're saying. But when it comes to some of these protected liberties, no.
That is what the attorneys are saying, and they said they had enough to file suit. They have filed that lawsuit, and Lyft has been served, but we will see what happens. We'll stay in touch with Deja.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said so many people came forward after this, so clearly it's an issue out there right now.
So many people came forward for this non-issue. All right, I guess this is how good we're doing in America, where this is an issue, which is crazy to me. All right, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think? Hopefully she starts to take better care of herself and realize that she probably needs to do a little bit more walking. And anyway, just to get down, that looks pretty damn dangerous, and on top of that, she's a rapper. From the little snippet that I heard, that's all I'll say. It didn't look like anything I would listen to. But let me know in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for watching.